Two people must not love us. What was that?
She farted on you over there.
She did.
Look at her. She's so proud
5
of.
likes.
She's so proud of herself right now.
I made one person leave.
I don't blame you. I would leave too.
Oh.
Can we lay
Here.
down?
Come here.
I'm wondering if that light's just too much for him.
A little higher, right? Come here,
Guys, bear with us. We're trying to figure it out. So Bowser is on a new sedation. And so that new sedation has definitely got him feeling some type of way in here. Can you get up here and lay down, buddy? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Bella, you just going to make yourself the center of attention, sweetheart.
Bowser, look at it. Come here. Come here.
So, guys, welcome in, everybody. We'll give everybody kind of a few minutes to kind of get in here. Danny did. No, can we not jump? No. The doctor yelled at us. Come on. Get up here.
I don't think he can. I think he's trying, but his legs don't leave the air.
Hold on.
Oh, good evening, guys. Just hang tight. We will do welcome ins and states in just a moment.
Bowser can't get up on the chair, guys, because he's so stoned.
Bowser's stoned. He is. That's okay. Whatever puppy needs. Why don't you sit down here?
All right, Bowser boy, can you lay down?
There you go.
Welcome in, everybody. If you're new here, head up, hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate that. Hi, baby boy. So Bowser boy is on a new sedation medication. What is it called?
I don't even know.
Nicole, thank you for that heart me. Thank you, K.O. Heather, for that heart me. Taylor is from Wisconsin. Welcome in.
Starts with an A.
Yes, chasing squirrels. Welcome in, everybody. So, yes, Bowser boy is on a new sedation medication because he went to the doctors today, and the doctor said that he's way too active. He's not chill enough. It's causing that sarnoma, which I know I'm going to say wrong, to cause more problems. So he's a little bit loopy right now with that new med.
No, buddy.
You need to lay down.
Like, hey, guys, how's it going?
Can you lay down?
Come here.
Yep, K.O. Heather, he did get the tail removed. He did get his...
Bowser, come here.
He did get his tube removed. Guys, we got 300 friends in here. Who's going to be that first person to hit that follow button? We would truly appreciate that to support Bowser Boy in his recovery. Sorry, guys.
Hang tight. We'll get him there. Lay down.
Carrie with that heart me, thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. Susie is from Iowa. User with that follow, sending love from Kansas. Yes, Susie, his tube was removed. Thank you guys so much. Swallow with that follow, Sherry with that follow, Jenny with that follow. Thank you guys so much for all that love and support for beautiful Bowser Boy. Guys, he is so out of it right now. I've never seen him like this. Savin Piper, thank you for that cheer stick. We truly appreciate that. Are you trying to... Guys, look at his drain tube is out, but they put 2 staples in to cover up the spot for the drain tube. And then you can still see the surgery where he's recovering.
Come here. Come here. Okay, Mama's got you. Okay.
Yeah. Are we going to lay down on Mama?
Yeah.
That's definitely not what he wants. Janet, so they did not drain his sonoma, or however you say it. They looked at it. Their fear was if they had removed it, that it could cause more of a problem here.
They didn't want to input anything else into his body at this point, so they would have had to put a needle in, and they said that's leaving room for infection to go in, and she's like, nope, not doing it. It's a harmless thing as long as it's not infected, so we're just going to hope in time that it goes down.
Correct. How long does Bella have to wear that? So that's Bowser. So Bella's right here. Bella's the older one. Bella's the 2-year-old sister. Bowser has the cone probably for at least another week, maybe 2 weeks. If we can get him to chill out a little bit more, then hopefully at least another week, maybe 2 weeks. If we can get him to chill out a little bit more, then hopefully he will be able to, we can remove that and go to like the soft cone. Michelle, thank you so much for those ice cream cones. We truly appreciate that. Sunrise, yes, the idea is that it will absorb back into his body, hopefully, is the long-term plan. Yes, Nancy, he is improving so much. He is getting so much better. Day by day, he is getting better, guys. If you haven't watched that video already, Danny did just post a full update video of how the appointment went today, how everything was, and everything. So head over and watch that video, watch the entire thing, ask questions, and let us know.
Don't bite me.
Well, because he's not comfortable and he can't get comfortable. How is Bowser doing today? Bowser's doing a lot better with his appointment. Someone had just asked a question. What happened? So, Chas, we will give a full update here in a little bit. Basically, Bowser's whole story. He's had to have 4 emergency exploratory surgeries. It has been a massive pain since the beginning. We have spent $25,000. He is licking his thing right now.
Peanut butter or something in there?
We have spent $25,000 on this Rolls Royce of boxers. So give us a minute, and we will kind of get. Pat said, did they give him a medicine to help him relax? So
yes.
Yeah. So Pat, previously Bowser was on trazodone, dog version of Tylenol 3, gabapentin, and a anti-inflammatory. And today they gave him basically a new sedation med, saying he's way too active, and they're concerned about his level of activity. Guys, I don't know what Bella's doing here. She's just being super extra.
You can see his right side pretty good here.
So here you guys can see where was his first surgery, and then that is his second surgery.
And then chest tube, drain tubes. There's a tube. There was a tube up here. So many tubes. Sorry, guys. This is not a very...
Sorry, guys. It's hard to kind of communicate here.
Not a very appropriate view.
We do not have... Yes. But those were his first 2 surgeries. Bella, I don't understand what is going on, girlfriend. You're being...
All the love.
That's it. My baby is in a cone too. It had a bladder stone. Oh, no, Angelica. That's awful. So, yeah, Bowser's had to have 3 exploratory surgeries for an infection. Mackenzie says, when does the cone come off?
At least a week.
At least a week, maybe 2 weeks. It kind of really just depends on the situation. He is a handsome boy. 3 Brandons. I don't understand, Heather. Thank goodness, or thank God he's doing much better. Oh, yeah, probably.
5, 6.
Yes. Welcome in, everybody.
Drop those sticks.
Just watched TT video on the update, and that's the greatest news ever. Thank you, Janet. We truly appreciate that, guys. I'm just trying to get caught up on all the comments. Joy with all those shares. Janice is from Texas. Mackenzie, he is 5 months old. So there we go. Now you guys can see this is his incision point that he has currently. This is his biggest incision. He has roughly 20 stitches, I think is what I counted. I'm not 100% sure. And he is getting better day by day. We are 7 days post-surgery. This is the longest he has been without an incident since this started a while ago. Deuceromas always heal themselves. From our understanding, they do absorb back into the body for the most part. The doctor said that she could have lanced it today. However, she did not want to.
It's not really a lance. It's like they go in.
They drain it.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to do that today because they didn't want to cause any more infection by putting basically a hole in his body. So they prevented it. Welcome in, Elise. How are you doing?
He's got enough holes in his body.
Lo says, hello again. How's the handsome... He's a beautiful boy, isn't he? He is just amazing. Look at her, Bella. Are you upset with all of the attention? You said 4 surgeries earlier. KO Heather, I meant 3. He's had to have 3 surgeries, 3 exploratory surgeries.
Feels like 4 or 5.
Sunrise, he is handling it pretty well. Elise is from Arizona. Guys, we have gotten 6 new followers. We need 4 friends to hit that follow button to get us to 10. Let's see if we can get to 10 in the first 10 minutes of the live, and then follow that trend moving forward. So hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate it. And then drop your states into the map, and we will call everybody out. You tried the air filter neck pillow instead of a cone. Works well. So, Michelle, we did try the air filter cone. However, we can't use it because his stitches go from basically the top half all the way down to the bottom. He was able to reach the bottom half of the incisions with that, and the doctor literally put on the air cone and then said we had to switch back because of her concern of infection.
She did say that if we were sitting on the couch and stuff like this at night that we could put it on, but if he was in his kennel.
But that's what I say. So then we would be constantly switching back and forth.
Maybe on a weekend or something.
Sending lots of loves and prayers. Thank you so much. Tracy, head over and watch that video, and Danny gives a full update of how things went today. How do you kiss a snoot? Well, Lisa, what you do is you stick your head in the cone, and then you get stuck like I did the other day. And I started freaking out because I was claustrophobic and my head got caught in the cone.
I can't see.
Draining it creates more infections, so tend to avoid it if possible. Yes, Courtney, that's exactly what the doctor said. Ruckus and Cupcake says the incision looked great. I know, doesn't it look good today, guys?
That's what they said. For as active as he is, honestly, she's like, we're lucky we have not popped.
Susie, Bella is a purebred good girl. So Elise, he started a new med today, and that's why he's absolutely exhausted. Jenny, would that follow? Stasha, would that follow? Thank you so much. Ruckus, would the follow? We got Louisiana, Texas, Iowa. Sunrise says Bella's gorgeous. Isn't she just gorgeous? She's just a daddy's girl. She is a purebred good girl. Oh my goodness, guys, he's going to snuggle with her. Ann's from Colorado. Autumn says, how's Bowser doing? We will give a full update in just a minute. And head over and watch that video that Danny posted a little bit ago. It gives a full update on how he did at his appointment today. Do pajamas work instead of the count? So Ruckus, we asked the doctor that, and she said because he's basically had 3 surgeries and 3 major infections, that she wants to be most preventative and protective as possible, which is the cone.
And not to mention, it slows him down a little bit, too. It gives him kind of that constant reminder.
Amos, if you give us just a minute, we will tell the whole story in just a minute. Lisa, would that follow? We got Wisconsin, welcome in. Danielle, give us just a minute and we will give the whole story. Michelle, would that follow? Danielle, would that follow? Chicago, Illinois, welcome in. Tracy's from Minnesota. What a beautiful pup. Kelsey, if you head over watch that video, we will give, Danny did an update video about this beautiful baby. Head over and watch that. Nicola's from California. He looks so sleepy. That's because he's on new meds. Okay, guys, so I'm caught up in comments the best I can, so I'm going to give Bowser's entire story. So buckle up for a ride. It's going to be a lot of emotions. You're going to be pissed. You're going to be happy. You're going to be sad. You might even cry, and then you're going to become angry again. It's going to make you want to air punch, and you're going to be frustrated. So let's see if we can get 2 more people to hit that follow button. It'll give us 15 followers during this live. So this is our puppy boxer, Bowser. He is 5 months old, a little bit older than 5 months ago. About 4 weeks ago, sorry, we realized he was acting off. He had decreased eating. He had decreased...
Sorry, YouTube.
He had decreased eating. He had decreased... functioning. He wasn't moving as much. He was lethargic. He overall just was not doing well. He was limping. He had like this weird hunch in his back. So we took him to our primary vet up here, and the primary vet ran some x-rays. They didn't run any labs. This is an important part of the story. Ran x-rays, diagnosed him with Hod's disease. During this time of the diagnosis of Hod's, the doctor read the radiology herself instead of sending it to a radiologist. Again, important to the story. So then they sent him home with us with gabapentin and anti-inflammatories and said the Hod's flare-up usually lasts a week or 2, and then they usually go away. But Hod's disease, basically large breed dogs, can last up to 18 to 20 months. Yeah. And so during this time, we were treating him with the gabapentin and the anti-inflammatories. He continued to progressively get worse. The vet called to check on him, saying, hey, is he getting any better? We said, nope, he's actually getting worse. He's more lethargic. He's more tired. He's more not eating. He's just like, we have to bring food to him. He can't, I mean, you guys see our couch. He couldn't jump off the couch. He couldn't really do much. Overall, he's just kind of slowly just regressing. The vet's like increases gabapentin to 3 times a day. Maybe he's just in a lot of pain and this is why he's miserable. So let's try to increase the gabapentin.
Well, that's what we did.
So we did. So fast forward 8 days. On Friday, Danny gets home from work and he has a softball size mass, guys. Take 2 of my fists, put them right next to each other, and that's the size mass he has under his right front. No, it was his like closer to his back leg because it was like underneath his ribs.
Yeah, it was like up here though.
Yep, it was underneath his ribs on the right side, like a softball size mass.
He stood, he had this like mass that came out the side of his body.
Guys, just ridiculous. Looks like a softball. Like
it was awful.
It was bigger than softball. It was massive. And so at that point, Danny takes some pictures and sends it to our vet because we have that access here. Send it to the vet, and the vet's like, it could be a bug bite, it could be something that, you know, who knows? Like they kind of played it off as like not that big a deal. And it was like 10 minutes before they were going to close, and it kind of really pissed us off because they blew us off, and it was on a Friday. And so at that point, we call an emergency vet in Midland. And I'm like, Danny, I'm going to work out. I just took my pre-workout. I got about 45 minutes. I'll rush through this workout and then we'll kind of make a decision. Let's see if the swelling dissipates. So I finished my workout. The swelling doesn't dissipate. We call an emergency vet in Midland. And Midland's like, listen, based on what you're explaining to us, we do not have the capabilities to take care of him, especially if it's HODS. We don't have much experience with that. We're going to encourage you to take him to MSU in Lansing. So we take him to Michigan State in Lansing. Mind you, at this point, it's like 8 o'clock at night. We rush him down there, and immediately they lance it. They start running all kinds of tests, all kinds of things. Cultures. See, they have to wait the next day. They run a CT scan. Ultrasounds. They do all these things. Then within like that night and the next day. And so then they inform us that they're going to have to do emergency exploratory surgery. And so this was his first surgery. This surgery, hey, Morgan, welcome in. How are you doing today? So his first surgery is exploratory, and they have to do a horizontal. And at this point, they're like, they ended up keeping him. The surgery went well. They thought they got the whole infection. They tell us during this time that a second surgery is extremely rare. They're like, basically like 98% of the time they get it in the first surgery. And so they keep him for a total of 8 days. During these 8 days, he has to be on IV antibiotics. He's on fluid. He had pain medications. He had a chest feeding tube that went in through his nose. That was crazy. Susie, thank you so much for that coral reef. Susie, we truly appreciate that.
Susie.
They had to go, like, they had to put like a feeding tube in because he wasn't eating right. And basically, after keeping him 8 days, it cost us $12,000. And it's crazy, guys. When we agreed to do the surgery in the first place, they're like, you have to put half down. So I had to literally go call my credit card company like, hey, I need you guys to increase the amount, our maxed amount, so we can pay the $6,000 towards the credit card, or towards like getting this done.
The first one or the second one?
That was the first one because we had put the couch on it already.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm.
And so after 8 days of him being inpatient, it was a total of $12,000. We went and picked him up. We brought him home. Everybody's excited. We're ecstatic. Fast forward 2 to 3 days. Again, we get another mass in that exact same spot on the right side. It's swelling. He's doing the hump. He's limping. He's lethargic. He's hot to the touch. He's not feeling well. Everything's kind of just going to shit.
Deja vu.
Deja vu all over again. Like everything's just going bad. So at this point, it's funny because our kids were already with my Danny's sister's brother-in-law all out kind of having like a boys' day.
No, that was the first surgery.
That was the second one. I'm 100% positive. That was the second one. And then you had to then take them back out to your sister's.
So where were they on the first night?
We took them to your mom's. Then, so we had to rush them back to Danny's sister's house, drop the kids off, rush them back to MSU because this mass is back. And so, again, they do a CT scan. Again, they start running all kinds of tests, and they tell us they have to do what's called a revision surgery on this same side. So they had to do a revision surgery. So basically, they cut about 2 inches over from the original surgery, went back in, and cleared it out. And at this point, what they considered doing was actually cracking his chest, right?
Yes. Yep.
Where they're going to basically crack open the entire chest and go in.
When they thought the infection was still invading within the chest cavity.
Which absolutely terrified us, the fact that they're going to crack his chest. But they went in, did exploratory, realized that it wasn't in the chest, and kind of went in and did another surgery. So because this was a revision surgery, it was a lot cheaper. And it only cost us $5,000. So we were pretty excited about that. And so that happened last Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago, right?
So
that happened 2 Saturdays ago. We brought him home. The surgery was Friday. We brought him home Saturday. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out hearing this. Oh, Milana, just wait. It gets better. It gets worse and better. Welcome in, Jamie. Guys, we got 151 friends in here. We are 3 friends away from 20 followers. I need 3 of you guys to hit that follow button, or actually as many as possible. We would truly appreciate that. Hit that follow button. It really helps support Bowser along this journey. And then if you haven't done so already, head over and watch Bowser's videos that Danny just posted explaining his entire story about how his doctor's appointment went today. Thank you guys so much for all those follows. We truly appreciate that. It really helps support his channel. As total so far, Bowser has cost us 25 grand, but we will get to the rest of the story. So please hang on for just a second. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Jamie said she's from Bama. We got Bama. So, okay. So now he had surgery on Friday. I can't imagine how you guys are doing. Super stressed. Yes, Milana, I hope I'm saying that right. It was incredibly stressful. So Friday he had surgery. Saturday they call us and they say, hey, you can come and get him. Like, he's going to come in with a JPEG drain. We'll teach you how to drain it. You just have to keep the measurements of the milliliters and you can go home. Like, we feel like he's safe to go home. We're going to send you home with a few different medications. Just make sure he takes them somewhere every 12 hours and somewhere every 8 hours. So we go get him on Saturday. Again, this surgery cost 5 grand. We were super excited to bring him home. Like, the family did not feel right without him here. We were sad. He's just as much part of this family as anybody else is. So we were uber happy to have him back home. So Sunday, we're debating on going live because, again, he's off. He's not feeling well. Something's not right. And he's hot to the touch. So we go live. We decide to go live on TT. And during the live, Danny's like, something's not right, guys. And throughout this whole process, Danny's been 100% right. And so we call the vet, or Danny calls the vet, and they say, hey, you guys need to get a thermometer and take his temperature. Anything over 102, you need to rush him back to us tonight, because if he doesn't, if he has a temperature, that means the infection's back and something's really bad. So we grab the kids out of the bed, throw them in the car, rush them over to Danny's mom and dad's house, rush down, or no, I'm sorry, guys, I got ahead of myself in the story. I've told the story so many times. So Danny checks his temperature. We're live. Immediately, the temperature, immediately hits 102. Immediately. And then you hear me just scream, fuck. And you hear Danny say, end the live, we're leaving. The temperature popped up to 105, and that's when she removed the thermometer. So it had jumped to 105 immediately. So 105, and that's when she removed the thermometer. So it had jumped to 105 immediately.
So it would have been higher.
So we're pretty sure his temperature would have been higher. We don't actually know what his temperature was, but we knew it was a maximum of 105, which 102 was dangerous. 105 was extremely dangerous. So at this point, we rush him back to MSU. It's Sunday night. We get down there about 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. MSU is so amazing. We walk in. There just has to, because MSU has a pecking order. They have students who wear actually red kind of scrubs, kind of like that color. Then they have the residents who wear a teal color, and then the attendant doctors wear a black color. So there's one of the residents sitting it just happens to be sitting in the front desk, and we walk in, and I'm carrying Bowser because he can't walk at this point. And they're like, is that Bowser? And I'm like, yes. She's like, give him to me. So immediately they take him and they rush him back, and they start running tests. Guys, we didn't even check into the ER.
We didn't even say what was wrong.
We didn't even say what was wrong. So immediately they took him back. This is how awesome MSU is and how much they truly care about their patients. I have nothing but great things to say about them. So at this point, we get checked in, and they basically tell us, all the attending doctors, it's Sunday night, it's past hours, we can't run CTs. So what we're going to do is start him on oral antibiotic or IV antibiotics, which are stronger, and then we're going to start him on IVs to reduce his temperature. They're going to do a cold saline to reduce his temperature. So at this point, we're again panicking. We get home about 1 o'clock. Both of us go to work, and the doctor calls us the next day. Dr. Adams, which is our soft tissue surgeon, calls us the next day and says, hey, we've received, because at this point we had requested all the previous work done at our old vet's office and had him sent over to MSU to see that, because they wanted to just completely comb through his chart. They went through all the multiple CT scans. They went through all the radiology that was done through our previous vet's office. And so Danny asked, she's like, hey, so did he have Hod's disease? Was Hod's disease an actual diagnosis? And the doctor said, well, I don't want to answer that. Let me send it up to radiology, and we'll let the radiologist make the disposition on that. The radiologist called the doctor back later. The doctor called us and said, no, he does not have Hod's disease. That was a false diagnosis, and the doctor should not have diagnosed him with that. And so what happened was, because he had an infection this entire time, he had actually gone septic, because between the first day when we took him to the doctors and between when we took him back to MSU, it was 8 days. So for 8 days, he had an infection, plus however long he had the infection prior to us taking him to the original vet here. So he had gone septic during this time. However long he had the infection prior to us taking him to the original vet here. So he had gone septic during this time.
Probably went 2 weeks undiagnosed.
I don't think it was that long. Maybe 11 days.
Well, we were home 8 days with him, and he had been limping for a couple days prior to that.
So maybe 10, 12 days.
Yeah.
Something like that. And so at this point, we're pissed. Like, do we sue? We got Alaska in the house. Rosie from Alaska, mark it down. Alaska's one of our hardest states to get. Thank you so much, Rosie. We appreciate that. So at this point, again, our first thought is like, do we sue our previous vet? Because could have this infection all been prevented if that original vet would have done their job and run basic lab works, seen an elevated white blood cell count, that white blood cell count would have showed an infection, and maybe we could have prevented all of this if that person would have done it. Obviously, hindsight's 20/20. We're not talking about anything like that right now. Our primary focus is getting Bowser healthy and happy. So then the next day, they have a round robin meeting with the 3 big wigs, from my understanding, at MSU. The like attending leader of like soft tissue, the attending leader of critical care,
radiology,
and then the attendant at radiology of like, how do we do this? Like, we need to figure out what's done with this dog. We've had multiple surgeries. Something is going on. So then they decide, okay, we need to do a 3rd surgery. And so the 3rd surgery, the Dr. Adams said, we're going to go in hard and fast. And again, Dr. Adams is just a rock star. If your dog needs surgery, I encourage you taking him to MSU.
Tell her that we're Bowser's
and
son.
Specifically request Dr. Adams. So you can see, she said, we're going to go in with an incision as big as possible, and we're going to cut basically from end to end. And she's like, I'm going to flush out as much as I can, because they found they found an infection on this side. So on the left side now. And during this time, while they're in there doing surgery, they actually found what was soft tissue, which had walled off a foreign object. They didn't find the foreign object, but the way the doctor explained it is that these foreign objects, when they invade a dog's body, it does this really neat thing where they just wall it off. They basically make a wall of tissue. They build a wall of tissue around the object to prevent it from floating around the body. So they think that this is the original cause of the infection on the other side, and the infection just migrated over. So they cut out the soft tissue. They flushed out the system, and then they sent that to pathology to run from pathology. Actually, is that back yet? Do we know? I don't think we've asked that, like if that's back from pathology.
It wasn't on Sunday. She said it was. They were still having it grow, so I don't know.
Pathology would be the difference. That would be the bacteria growing. So each time they did surgery, guys, they took a sample of the bacteria and tried to grow it. The first time it grew a little, and it was the Streptococcus virus.
Correct. But the cultures that they're growing right now, she said, could take up to 4 weeks because they were looking for something.
Correct. So guys, so then, like, it's all these whirlwinds of emotions of like a previous false diagnosis. Now that he's had to have 3 surgeries, the third surgery now was $8,000, and they sent us home with gabapentin, anti-inflammatories, trazodone, the dog version of Tylenol 3, aerobic antibiotics, and anaerobic antibiotics. And then what was the third one was anti-inflammatory. So that was what day did we bring him home? We brought him home Wednesday. We brought him home last Wednesday. And so today is Monday. Today is the longest duration that we have not had to either go back to the vet, have another surgery. This is the healthiest Bowser has been in like 4 weeks. So today,
freaking what?
Yes. So today Bowser went back to the doctors. Scheduled doctor's appointment. He got his JPEG drain removed right here. You can see where he has 2 staples. So at a certain point, he had 2 drains on his right side, and then he had to have a 3rd drain put in on this side.
I want to share a fun fact with you guys. So during the first surgery, they attempted to put a drain in his left side for like extra safety precaution of like, let's just make sure we're hitting both sides of the chest cavity. However, when they went to go put in that drain where this one currently was, He ended up having like his blood pressure tank, and he had a little bit of a bleed, so they could not put that.
I actually forgot to tell that pretty much when I tell the story. Yeah, so his blood pressure tanked. They actually had to put him on blood pressure medications because during this time, and then they aborted that mission. So basically, if they could have got that tube in, we could have avoided the third surgery.
Well, not necessarily because they had to cut that piece out, but I'm thinking it probably would have started pulling some infection that would have clued us in
on a little bit more what's going on.
Was going on. Until that, I mean, that side, they use the term like it was smoldering. Like it.
So that infection was there for like 3 or 4 weeks that had just sat there. But he was getting enough antibiotics, oral antibiotics when he was home, and then IV antibiotics while he was in the doctor.
It was keeping it bad.
Guys, we need 2 friends. We are 2 friends shy of 40. You guys hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate it. It helps support Bowser. And then drop your states into the comment section. During each one of our live, we want to find 50 friends in 50 states. So if you're from California, say California. If you're from Florida, say Florida. If you're from the constant state of anxiety, us too. Us too. All the stress and gray hair we have grown from this Bowser boy here has stressed us out galore. All right, guys, let me get caught up in the comments, so please bear with me. Frenchie is from South Carolina. Thank you guys for all of those follows. We truly appreciate that. That's why you're Dr. Danny. Yes, absolutely. Alyssa, I kind of gave you an update on how he's doing. Both of you are awesome pup parents. Thank Bridget. We truly appreciate those kind comments like that. No, Tay. So these are just kind of updates. So many people in here are brand new. They just kind of want to know the whole story of kind of what happens. And so I was just giving a full update from the beginning to the end. We've gotten so many new friends in the last few days. No worries, been a lot of, yes, poor Bowser. Rosie, we got in. So where is the infection? So B, the infection was actually what we think was right here. So this surgery was vertical. Or horizontal. The surgeries on the other side were vertical, and they were here and here. It's crazy, guys. The new med that they gave him, it's a 1/4 of the pill is what we're giving him, and he is so sedated right now. Guys, we are also looking for our first subscriber of the live. Anybody that subscribes to the channel, we will add you to that subscriber-only line group of positive, supportive people, and it really helps the channel grow. We would truly appreciate that. Okay, now I'm going to try to get caught up. I am so many comments behind, so please bear with me. I was 99 plus. Snow White says, Bowser, love you. Tay, you just seen the update. Isn't that amazing? Luna is from Florida. Welcome in. Oh my goodness, he's been through a lot. He's really resting good at the moment. Yes, Gummy Bear, he is feeling amazing today. Thank you guys so much for all those supports. We truly appreciate that. How does he take all those meds? So Milana, we were giving him with cheese, which was causing constipation between the cheese and the antibiotics. So we actually been hiding it in turkey, and he's been doing really well. Peanut butter and bread and other things like that. Bridget says, yes, he is such a sweet boy and a fighter. He is truly amazing. Oh my goodness, so many new followers, so many new friends. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. How is he today? I missed the appointment update yesterday, I believe. Alyssa, head over and watch the video that Danny posted a little bit ago. It gives a full update on how the appointment went today, how they gave him a new sedation, how they removed the JPEG in, and they're also not going to drain the Cernoma because of fear of more infection. Wanda's from Nebraska. Jason's from Indiana. Bridget's from California. Mastiff is from Indiana. Miranda is from Iowa. Guys, drop those states. Taj, I don't know how to say that. Is from Nebraska. Jessica is from Illinois. Milani is from states. Taj, I don't know how to say that. Is from Nebraska. Jessica is from Illinois. Milani is from Florida. Welcome in Christina Hall from New York. Brittany is from Virginia. Michelle's from Arkansas. Birdie's from Ohio. Pup is from Ohio. Christy's from New York. Baby Girl's from Michigan. Baby Girl, where are you from in Michigan? We're also from Michigan. Danielle's from Ohio. Chantel is from Colorado. Kiona is from Ohio. Amber's from Pennsylvania. Stacy's from Pennsylvania. Christy is from New York. Luna is from Florida. Luna with that subscription. Luna, thank you so much for that subscription. We truly appreciate that. Luna, if you would like to join our line group of positive, supportive people, I think about 44, 45 people are in that line group. Send us a private message that just says subscribe, and I will teach you how to get into that group. I encourage it. It is a good time. It is a positive group of supportive people that really looks to support and look out for each other. Vicky is from Wisconsin. And then not only that, but you get the first updates on Bowser. You get the first updates on Bella. We send tons of more videos and pictures of the pups there. And then not only that, but we just have general more communication. And I usually try to be pretty positive. Work's hard, life's hard, school's hard. So it's just a positive group of people.
Lori sends good food.
Yes. Pups is from Ohio. Mama's from West Virginia. We got Ohio, New York. Mindy is from Minnesota. Birdie is from Ohio. Lady, if you wait around, I will give another update in just a minute. We've got Pennsylvania. Helen's from West Virginia. We've got Oregon, Pennsylvania, Mississippi. Maddie, how's the baby doing today, guys? He is doing amazing, guys. If you want an update, head over and watch that video of baby Bowser. Danny gave an update in the video today, and it talks about exactly how the appointment went. Masha, welcome in from North Carolina. I've got a boxer too. What color boxer do you have? Welcome in from Illinois. Christy, we got you from New York. Thank you so much, Christy. We appreciate that. Is he eating and drinking, going to the bathroom? Yes, Rome, there. He is eating, drinking, going to the bathroom normal. The problem is thank you so much, Christy. We appreciate that. Is he eating and drinking, going to the bathroom? Yes, Rome, there. He is eating, drinking, going to the bathroom normal. The problem is we can't get him to stop eating. He doesn't stop and he goes to his food dish constantly. Hi, welcome in, Danny. How are you doing today? Rosemary said meds and peanut butter. Yes, he does like that. And then we put peanut butter on the floor when we used to have to drain the Jane Peg too, but that was removed today. What is the dog's name? So Danny, this is Bowser the boxer, and this beauty right here is Bella the boxer. They are siblings. They are 2 years apart. They are legit siblings. Same mom and dad, 2 years apart. Welcome in, everybody. Let's fix that right there so we get the pretty boy's face. Yes, Christina, he is a fighter. Yes, he gets tons of loves, kisses, support. Yes, unblemished. We want to bring Maggie over to play when he feels better, Noelle said.
Yes.
Noelle, what kind of puppy is Maggie? Vale says, goodness, poor baby. Yes. Plain cooked chicken and hide meds. Yes, Rosemary, we do that with chicken, and he gets broth and his regular food. He gets all the things. Trust me, guys, he is not struggling.
Sandwiches from the kids' lunch.
Vita's from Texas. Welcome in. Rosemary's from New Jersey. Welcome in. Luna, again, thank you so much for that subscription. We appreciate that. Puck and his pup posse. Welcome in, buddy. You're like one of my favorites right now. Thanks for being so supportive. Sorry I'm late, hockey game. Wanted to check on the boys. Glad he's resting. Yes, he's doing so well. Rosemary with that rose. Thank you so much. Cheryl, that makes it easy. Thank you. Cheryl's from California. Hey, Maddie. Welcome in, Maddie. How are you doing? Oh, Rosemary, that's rough. I'm sorry to hear about that. Maddie's from Indiana. Welcome in. Roswell is from Arizona. Welcome in. We appreciate that. Nope, Barry, this is a purebred boxer. He is the whole problem. And he has had to have 3 surgeries, and he's recovering like a beast. He is the whole problem, and he is absolutely amazing. Yes, lots of kisses and hugs. Sending prayers for St. Simon's Island in Georgia. Well, welcome in from that. Tish and Major, my pits. I love pits. Pits are gorgeous. Isn't he looking so much better today? He just looks amazing. And the new med that they have him on, he is just zonked, guys. And he only got like a 1/4 of a pill. It's literally like a sedative. Like they gave him because it was a tranquilizer, and they told him he has to relax because basically he's not relaxing. And when Danny took him to the vet today, he acted such a fool that the doctor was kind of mad at him for not chilling out. So they actually increased his meds.
She's like, Bowser, you have to stop. And they're so sweet and like they're so kind. And so she like Annie, so she's one of our student techs or student vets that we've had for a couple times. Mm-hmm. And she rounds the corner and she puts her hands on her hips and she goes, well, there you are. And he's like, arr!
Guys, he's like famous. The fact that my dog's famous at an emergency veterinary clinic is awful, but they absolutely love him there.
Yeah, apparently Morgan got pulled into surgery so she could.
Is awful, but they absolutely love him there.
Yeah, apparently Morgan got pulled into surgery so she couldn't see him today. And so Annie seen him on the thing and she's like, he's mine.
That's funny. Yes, Chloe, welcome in from Connecticut. Noelle, it's a red bone coonhound. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. And so head over, if you haven't done so already, watch that video from Bowser Boy earlier today. That'll kind of give you that update. Yes, Becky, so no more tubes. All of the tubes have been removed. We still have 1 staple on the other side, 2 staples on this side, and then we have about 20 stitches right here. And then I think we have about 8 or 9 stitches on the other side.
They were taken out.
They removed them today?
Yeah.
I guess I missed that part.
Yeah, nope.
Look at that, guys. I'm getting an update as we're going.
Yeah. Oh.
Clifton with that follow. Thank you so much, Clifton. Guys, we are 1 follower away from 60.
Woo-hoo!
Guys, hit that follow button. Let's get to 60. We would truly appreciate it. Look, you stinky toes all up in my video.
I was like,
Rosemary, thanks for praying for him. We truly appreciate it. I'm originally a Michigander from Kenton, Iowa County. Oh, well, welcome in, Rosie. We are from Michigan. We are from Central Michigan, a very small town called Breckenridge, but I work in Saginaw. Originally grew up in Owasso. Hey, Jake, welcome in. My dogs eats better than me. Yes, Puck in his pal. Yes. The other day, what were you making the dogs? I was like, oh, you're making me eggs. I'm like, thank you. She's like, no, these are for the dogs.
It was the day Bowser came home from the last surgery.
They're like, it's not for you. Jenny, you have a fawn boxer. I love fawn boxers. They are just beautiful. I wanted an all black boxer, which are very rare. They're still black and white, but primarily black. But when we wanted an all black boxer, which are very rare, they're still black and white, but primarily black. But when we found Bella, and the funny story, how we got Bowser is actually the breeder reached out to us and said, hey, we're having another litter. You guys want one? And the funny story, how we got Bowser is actually the breeder reached out to us and said, hey, we're having another litter. You guys want one? And I looked at Danny and I said, hey, if we can pick the first one, we'll get another one. And she's like, she's not going to agree to that. And so she messaged our breeder, Janet, who's on here all the time. And Janet's like, absolutely, you guys can pick the first one. So they were just like a couple weeks old, and they put a collar on that one. So like Bowser was ours, and we picked him up at a couple weeks old, and we brought him home at like 6 weeks old. Poor guy, may I ask, why did he need surgery? So Virginia, if you hang out for a minute, I will give an update. Guys, when we get to 30,000 likes, I will give another full update. Must relax. Rosemary says the wife's funny. Don't tell her that.
Oh, hilarious. Thank you.
Hope he gets better. Keep him in my prayers. Thanks, Betty. Sorry, I was struggling. Thanks, Betty. We appreciate that. Bridget, yes, thank goodness that everything's out. We are so happy. Thank you guys for all. Naomi with that follow. Hippie with the follow. Betty with that follow. Amanda, Lori with that follow. Thank you.
And where are we at?
We are currently at 67 followers. Thank you guys so much for that. We truly appreciate that. Oh, guys, also, for the first time ever since we started going live like 9 months ago, we are in League B1, which is the highest we ever been for like donations. You guys have been so amazing with the gifts and the donations for Bowser Boy. Everything right now we get is going towards his care. And so far in the 3 surgeries, it's cost us $25,000. And then we also now, and I didn't know this, it's not included. So all of his follow-up appointments are also an additional fee. Like we have to pay for an office call. His new med alone costs $70, which is just kind of crazy. So you guys have been truly supportive. Everybody that's donated to the GoFundMe, everybody that's asked for like the Venmo and Cash App and stuff like that. We truly appreciate and love all that support. Thank you guys so much. Do you guys have to stay home with him to keep an eye on him? So Christine, yes and no. So the doctor said we can basically leave for like 3 to 4 hours, but she doesn't want him left home all day long. It's not good for him because we have to check on him. But basically, she said it even if we're home, she encouraged putting him in the kennel. So yes, it's good for him to be in his kennel. My boxer Xena is mainly black with a little white. We love it. Question, how much more time does he have to wear the cone? So Becky, they said another week or 2 is kind of what we're looking at. Is it Cindy? Thank you so much for that baseball. Cindy, we truly appreciate that.
I think
Jessica, welcome in from Missouri, says, hi, sweet baby.
I think it's going to be once the sutures come out on the 15th.
Yes. Susie with that coral reef. Thank you so much, Susie. We truly appreciate that. Jessica with that heart me. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Oh my goodness, you did it up big time. Jamie, what did I miss? Sorry. Wish we lived closer. We could help. And if we need to, Danny's mom and dad comes over and visits him throughout the day. She runs a daycare, and so and if we need to, Danny's mom and dad comes over and visits him throughout the day. She runs a daycare, and so we can visit throughout the day if we need to. Here, just take this just for a second.
Sure.
Sorry, guys. We have not been able to watch any of these comments over here. I do apologize. We're just kind of watching him sleep, so...
Susie with that coral. Thank you so much, Susie, guys. Guys, we need 3 more followers.
I do apologize. We're just kind of watching him sleep, so...
Susie with that coral. Thank you so much, Susie, guys. Guys, we need 3 more followers to get to 70 followers. Who's going to be our next 3 followers? I'm sorry, but why would you put her through that? Being cut open time and time again.
Let me see.
Uh-oh, husband's taking over.
Oh, who was that? Brooken, I'm sorry, but why would you put through this? So, Brooken, to kind of answer your question, so throughout this entire process, our doctor, Dr. Adams, for him, the surgeon, is the expertise. She's the one that went to school for 10 plus years to kind of give us educated opinions based on her experience. After his first surgery, we asked Dr. Adams what his prognosis is and what the long-term health ramifications of any events like this. And she said he will live a normal, happy, and healthy life. He's only a 5-month-old boxer. And so his life expectancy is right around 12 years. So he's at the very beginning of his life. When we had to have a second surgery, prior to the surgery, we pulled Dr. Adams aside and had a private conversation, just me, the wife, and Dr. Adams. There might have been a resident in there. I can't really remember or not, so I don't want to.
Andy was in there.
Okay, there might have been a resident there. Again, I don't want to misspeak. And we said, Dr. Adams, like, listen, we love this dog to death, but we don't want to have this surgery for our behalf. We want to have this surgery for his best interest and for his health and safety. So what is the long-term prognosis? Are we putting him through this for us? Are we putting them through so he can live a happy, healthy, normal life? Dr. Adams, again, board certified surgeon, brilliant person, went to school 10 plus years, said that he will live a happy and healthy life once he can recover from this surgery, as long as we can figure out what is going on. So we said at this point, like, yes, we would like to continue. The money is not an object. And the most part is that he is healthy and happy. And so we had that conversation. And Dr. Adams said, I praise you. She's like, very few of my patients have that conversation to where, is this in the best interest of the dog or is this in the best interest of the human beings?
She actually said that she respected us more for asking that tough question than not asking that tough question at all. So we explored every option and none of our decisions were taken lightly.
And so Dr. Adams actually even said of like, if we get to that point where I think that we're just cutting to cut and he's not going to get better, then we will have that discussion of what that follow-up looks like and that she would walk us through that process. So that's the answer to that. Yeah, Rosemary, we do both work full time. We've both been going through a bunch, but I'm telling you guys, the first night we went live when Bowser was rushed into the ER, that next day when we went live, this community was so amazing and so supportive. They helped us get through this process when we didn't really have anything else to turn to, because again, a lot of people thought we were crazy for spending the 12 grand to do the surgery. People made fun of us. People like, I would never spend that much on a dog. Even I had said myself, I would never spend this much on a dog.
Here we are.
However, here we are. This dog makes me happy. The moment I get home, he meets me at the door. I would much rather spend the money on him than go on any vacation, than buy a new vehicle, than buy some kind of toy that's not going to give me the same level of enjoyment as he does. Buy a new vehicle, then buy some kind of toy that's not going to give me the same level of enjoyment as he does. And not only that, but his sister here, she was depressed and sad without him around. So I wasn't going to let my family down. The kids were suffering. The kids actually had to leave school for a day because they were struggling so much. It was just crazy what everything that thought that went into this whole thing. The additional fees, I'm saying Bowser did it big time with the fees. Oh yeah, Jamie. Yeah, Bowser didn't clown. Like we've always said from the very beginning, he is the whole problem.
I also love that everybody at MSU now knows that he's TikTok famous.
Yeah, so several of the doctors actually follow us here now, so it's kind of funny. And so one of those times when we went into the vet, we met another boxer family there, and they're now friends with us on here. We follow each other. He has an inflatable one that can reach his incisions, so the vet said no. Thanks, guys, for answering other people's questions. We truly appreciate that from all the mods and all the OGs that are in here helping out. We appreciate that.
Story 700 times.
Yes, exactly. Hey, how's the family and fur baby? Kay, we are doing pretty good today. Bowser did have his follow-up appointment. If you guys haven't watched that video already, head over and watch that video. Like, comment, share, repost. We're trying to get as many videos to go viral. Anything that's over a minute, if it's watching the For You page, we start to make a little bit of money, which really helps towards Bowser's bills. And we always tell anybody, it doesn't cost anybody to watch the entire video and comment on it. And we truly appreciate that. Not only that, guys, but if you could please head over to our YouTube channel. The link is in the bio, and hit that subscribe button. Again, doesn't cost anything, but it really helps support Bowser and us during this journey. Rosemary says, respectful vet. Yes, the vet was absolutely amazing. Jamie, thank you for that hashtag FYP.
Like, what makes her a good vet too is that it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about she recognized that we needed to know. And
I don't know if it's the lighting or whatnot, but you look gorgeous right now. Just saying. Just saying.
I'd like to say it's because I got a good night's sleep, but let's be honest.
Guys, we need one friend. We need one friend to hit that follow button to get us to 70 followers for this live. We would truly appreciate that one friend. No. Bowser would get better and heal. Yes, Bridget, absolutely. Not crazy, just family. Thank you, Jamie. Absolutely. Lauren says, praying for y'all. Lauren, I got to tell you guys, so I have not been I'm going to go off on a tangent, guys, so just kind of bear with me for a minute. So I'm not the most religious person ever, but with all the comments and the people in the videos and the people in the live saying praying for him, I caught myself praying 2 or 3 times in the day while at work in my car in between appointments that he would come home. I started believing simply for the fact I needed to believe in something because I love this dog so stinking much that I needed to believe in some higher power could really help heal him throughout this process. So when you guys sent that, it truly meant a lot to me. I know that people just say prayers because it's kind of what you're supposed to do. But to me, I really took that shit to heart and I truly appreciated it.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
It's worth every penny to save your fur baby. Absolutely. 100%. Kelly, give us just a minute. I think I said, 35K. I will give another full update of everything kind of going on. That puppy is your baby. Yes, Christina. Absolutely, he is. Winnie, I'm guessing that's like a Shih Tzu.
Are you good for a second so I can go switch his bedding?
Yeah. Hang around for a minute and I will give a full update. Shih Tzu.
Are you good for a second so I can go switch his bedding?
Yeah. Hang around for a minute and I will give a full update on kind of what happened, guys. So I'm just going to try to get caught up on the comments. I'm several comments behind. Donna, thank you for the heartbeat, guys. And we're not used to having this many people. Usually we're right around 30 to 40 people during our lives. And I try to read every single comment. I try to be respectful. I try to appreciate every person that takes the time out of their day to stop into our lives. So I literally try to talk to every single person. So there's definitely a struggle with me not being able to get to every comment. And I do apologize to that. There's Brandon goes making the eyes leak when explaining his love for Bowser. Thank you, Susie. We appreciate that. It's the truth, guys. I would. Our dog is our child. Unconditional love, laughs, and they protect us when needed. Yes, guys, that's like I feel comfortable working 12 and 14-hour days, 16-hour days, getting home late at night, because I know that these 2 pups would die saving my wife and kids. No doubt in my mind that they would sacrifice themselves to save them. So they keep us safe just as much as it's my job to keep them safe. Why do people care that there was a negative comment? Keep it positive. Thanks, Elise. We appreciate that. Bridget says, protect them. What happened to him? Yes. Mama Angie, just hang on for a second and I will go through the entire thing. Give me just a second as I get caught up. Thank you guys for all of those follows. We truly appreciate that. Jamie says, yes, Danny's definitely beautiful. We appreciate that. Joy, I'm not sure if I seen what you said. Please put it again. I know. Isn't she glowing, Maddie? Absolutely. Something, maybe it was the extra, she's always beautiful, but something about that extra lighting. Guys, can everybody share that live with a friend that you think would enjoy Bowser's story and really kind of get his story out there? The big thing is pets are family, and I fully believe you should do everything possible to take care of your pets. Now, I'm not saying you should mortgage your house or, have a chance to be homeless to take care of your pets, but if you have the chance to take care of an animal, you should, because they will love you unconditionally, and so you should love them unconditionally. Joy, guess what? What? No, you say it only when you mean it. Yep, absolutely, Bridget. That's exactly how. No, you said 30. Brady, did I say 30? I'm sorry. So I will give a full update in just a second, guys. I do apologize. I get caught up in reading the comments. Janet says, I really appreciate you guys. Take care of it. So Janet, guys, in here is the one that is our breeder. She is truly amazing. Since the day we brought Bella home over 2.5 years ago, she has followed us and supported us along this whole way. She's truly amazing. Glinda with that rose, thank you so much. I'm glad the meds are helping sedate him. Yes, Taylor, we got a new med today, and it is truly working. I have prayed since day one he would get better. I have a 14-year-old. Thank you so much, Brad. We truly appreciate that. Joey, go ahead. Guess what? I'm listening. They will follow us off the face of the earth. We are the yes, exactly, Bridget. When my older boxer Macy got 12 and she was no longer able to meet me at the door because she was just in pain and didn't really get off the bed very well. It was really depressing because like that meant a lot to me when I worked 12 and 14, 15, 16-hour days when Macy met me at the door. Elise, not right now. We have enough mods, but I'm going to have a conversation with the mods and kind of see what that's going to look like moving forward because we have a few new ideas on how we're going to do our subscriptions too. We just have to find out all of the details. Emily, why is his belly swollen? So Emily, I will go into the whole thing. Thank you for everybody for answering small questions. Prayers is amazing. It gives us confidence in what we hope for us and reassuring about what we do. Thank you, both of you, for getting off so I can watch the football game. Yes, Gina, that's exactly how I felt yesterday. Then the Lions stomped Green Bay, and it felt so good, especially after they kicked Branch out when they shouldn't have kicked him out. I was so mad. And then Kirby Joseph got that pick six. Woo, that was that sweet. All right, friends. I was so mad. And then Kirby Joseph got that pick six. Woo, that was that sweet. All right, friends, we need 3 followers. We are 3 followers away from 80. Let's get to 80, and I'm going to tell the entire story, guys. If you guys have been around for a minute, I do apologize. I'm sure you guys get tired of me yapping about the same thing over and over, but we have so many new friends in here, so many new followers. So how many people, drop in the chat right now, how many people in here don't know the story? So let me know that you don't know the story right now.
Wait, want to do a state call while we wait? State call.
So let's. Mandy, Mom, me Angel doesn't know about it. Jody doesn't know. All right. So many new friends in here doesn't know Bowser's story. All right, guys, real quick. I'm going to give that whole entire story in just a second. Guys, it does take a minute, so please bear with me. But right now, one of the things when we're live is we want to have 50 friends from 50 states. So if you're watching in Florida, say Florida. If you're watching in Nebraska, say Nebraska. If you're watching in Montana, say Montana. Drop those states into that comment section. Let's see if we can fill out the math. These pups want 50 friends in 50 states. So we want to have a friend in every single state that's watching our live tonight. So drop those states. Once we do the state call real quick, I will then give the whole story about this beautiful baby and drop those states. Once we do the state call real quick, I will then give the whole story about this beautiful baby and how he's fought for life and how he's brought so much joy to his family. All right, we've got Tina from Florida. We got Jennifer from South Dakota. Oh, the stupid hurricane is category 2. Well, Joy, stay safe. I did see your picture in the Line app, but I did get a little bit busy. Sorry about that. Mama Angie is from Ohio. Emily's from Pennsylvania. Jen is from Tennessee. Rosemary, thank you for sharing the live. JB is from South Dakota. We've got Montana. Jax is from Colorado. I think that's Chelsea's from Minnesota. Jody's from Georgia. Winnie is from Ohio. Mama is from Utah. Ann is from Texas. We got Montana, Indiana. Guys, I'm just going to read the states just to speed it up a little bit. We've got Georgia, Alabama, New York, Florida, Arizona, Colorado, Georgia, New York. You got all those? Montana, Virginia, North Carolina, Oregon, sharing all over the world. Yes, we've got Nebraska, North Carolina, Colorado. Thor and Rosie, how are you doing today? Absolutely love seeing you guys in here. British Columbia, our friends from Canada. Maddie, thank you so much for those Maple Leafs. Speaking of Canada, that worked out well. We've got Kentucky, Montana, New York, North Carolina, Colorado, Montana, Rhode Island, Florida, Montana, Colorado. Welcome in from Mississippi. North Dakota. Oh, JB from North Dakota, New York, Virginia. All right, guys, a couple more states, and then I'm going to share this entire story of Bowser Boy. Nebraska, Illinois, Maine, Northeast England. That's a first for us. I don't know if we've ever had anybody from England. Welcome in. Please hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate it. We love having friends from all over the place. Send it to friends in Germany. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. All right, South Carolina, Tennessee. You're the only 10 I see, honey. And South Dakota. All right, guys. I am now... This says flea medications. We just got an update. All right, guys. Now I'm going to go into the story for Bowser. So I'm going to try to tell it maybe a little bit different, and I'm going to try to answer questions along the way. So feel free to ask questions, guys. So about 4 or 5 weeks ago, it all kinds of starts to come together or run together. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, Bowser started being lethargic. He walked with like this really weird, like hump and arch in his back, like Hunchback of Notre Dame arch in his back. Was limping really bad in his back legs. Wasn't feeling well. Wasn't eating well. Wasn't sleeping well. Overall, was just miserable and uncomfortable. So at that point, we decided to take him to our primary vet up here. And this is the vet Danny used with our previous doctor for 12 years. And it's the vet that Bella's been seeing for the first few years of her life. Took him to the vet, explained the symptoms, and the vet immediately said it's one of two things. It's either Hodg's disease or a bone disorder. And we were hoping for the bone disorder because the bone disorder would only mean that it would take just like 6 to 12 months to kind of heal and recover with. If it was Hodg's disease, it takes anywhere from 20 months to recover, and the flare-ups could last anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. So they ran x-rays, came back and said it's a mild case of Hodg's disorder and that they're going to give him gabapentin and anti-inflammatories. This is where it gets good. And so at that point,
good.
We take him home, we start the medications, and he's progressively getting worse. He's getting worse each day. He's not feeling better. He's decreasing eating. He won't eat unless we bring food to him. The vet calls us, we call them. They said increases gabapentin. He just must be really in pain, and that's why.
Which is shocking when you look back at it because it was such a mild case.
And we should have known. We should have caught this. So this is kind of thing I beat myself up with a little bit. We should have known before. So fast forward 8 days, he's just awful. And he's got like a softball size mass. Fast forward 8 days, he's just awful. And he's got like a softball size mass. So imagine something like this size, but guys, when I say 3 to 4 times the size of that,
and this is squishy.
It was 3 to 4 times the size of that on the other side, underneath his ribs, and like literally 2 sides the size of my fist. And Danny's like this. She calls me at work, panicking, crying, like Brandon, something's not right. Like he's sick. Like we need to do something right away. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm on my way home. Let's kind of talk about it. We start talking when we get home, and I'm like, I'm going to take my pre-workout. I'm going to work out. We're going to see if this kind of dissipates, reabsorbs back into the body, and then we'll go from there. I rush through my workout 45 minutes in, and it doesn't get better. And she's like, Brandon, we need to do something. So she takes pictures and sends it to our vet. Our vet has like a text service. Send it to our vet. They're like, it's either a bug bite or something. Like they kind of really blew us off because this was like 4:50. They closed at 5. And so at that point, they kind of just blew us off. And Danny's like, nope, something's not right. She calls an emergency vet in Midland, and the emergency vet tells us that they do not have the ability, if it's Hodg's or if it's something else, they do not have the ability to take care of a Hodg's disease. So they encouraged us to take him to MSU, Michigan State University in East Lansing. So at that point, we got to hurry up, get the kids loaded up. We got to get the kids to Danny's grandma. By the time we get down to East Lansing, it's probably like 8 o'clock at night because it's an hour drive from us.
It was late, yeah.
It's an hour drive from us. So immediately the vet starts freaking out because they see this mass. They triage him. They said he's okay. He's going to sit here for a while. They finally come back and get him after like an hour or so of sitting in the lobby. They start running all kinds of tests. And they say, it's late at night. We're kind of just going to start him on fluids, some antibiotics, and we'll kind of do a CT scan tomorrow and go tomorrow. They call us the next day and they said, listen, he has a massive infection on his side and we are going to have to do surgery. And they're like, just to give you a heads up, she's like, this is the white elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about, is this surgery is going to cost $12,000 and you have to pay half of it up front.
Well, wasn't it 10 to 15, but we only paid 12?
No, it was 6 to 12 and we had to pay 6. And it maxed out at 12 and they maxed out at 12. Because no, you might be right. It was
10 to 15 and
it was 10 to 15 and we had to pay 75. You're right. Because
we walked out under 15 and we were like, woo!
Because we had to because I had to walk out and call my credit card company to increase the max amount so that way we could put the $7,500 on there. I've been telling the story wrong the whole way. You were right.
I just thought of it.
Guys, we are 5 friends away from 90 followers. 5 friends, hit that follow button. We would truly appreciate that. Okay, guys. Sorry, let me finish. Bunny, welcome in from Howell, Michigan. We are also from Michigan.
Welcome.
So at this point, they tell us he has to have surgery and that they're going to do the surgery the next day. So this is now, they do the surgery Saturday.
Yeah.
We're able to drive down and see him Sunday. Abruptly, like we rushed down and we got there 5 minutes because they stopped allowing visitors at 5:00, which we've been calling all days to get updates, and nobody would give us any updates because the updates can only come from the doctor. And so we rushed down there, get there 5 minutes before they close. Mind you, they had to stay for a while, but we're in like this little metal cage back in the area where it's like 50 degrees because they want to reduce infection. And so we're back in this area in the cage, and he's got a nose tube in for a feeding tube. Scary. He's got 2 or 3. And actually, guys, I can show a picture.
I don't even know how far.
If you guys can just bear with me for a second, if I can remember how, just bear with me, and I'll actually show you guys a picture.
Hey, Dustin, how are ya?
Give me a second. Just bear with me, guys. Oh, it only lets me go back so far.
Yeah.
Just bear with me, guys. Oh, it only lets me go back so far.
Yeah. I'll have to resave it.
Guys, it won't let me go back that far. So sorry, I can't show you the picture.
I'll have to resave it tomorrow toward the front of
Mama Jay and Steven said you just started seeing you on the FYP. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. So we went and visited him in the kennel. He had 2 drain tubes in, a chest tube in, and all these other things kind of going on with him. A feeding tube, bags. Like, it was awful. Like, the kids wouldn't even go in and see him because everything was just so horrific. So he's inpatient for 8 days. It ends up being a total of $12,000. And they were able to completely remove that mass on the left or on the right side. We have him home for 3 to 4 days. Danny's home. She's like, Brandon, this mass is coming back. It's about half the size. The mass is coming back. And immediately we panic. Heart sinks into the chest. Danny's brother-in-law had just dropped the kids off to our house. We had to take the kids back out there. We had to rush them back to MSU. Again, they started antibiotics. They call us the next day and they're like, you guys need to come down and sign paperwork. We need to do a 3rd revision surgery.
Second.
So how many people are on over here?
1.
Okay. If you want to log off that, you can send me that picture. I'll download it and then put it on here. So just log off that, send it here. I'll download it and save it, and it'll make it the first picture. So guys, I will get that picture here in just a second if she just sends it to me from my phone. So then we rushed down, signed the paperwork. They did the surgery that night. And so that was Friday night. So like 2 Fridays ago, they did the surgery and they did what was called a revision surgery. So they basically, 2 Fridays ago, they did the surgery and they did what was called a revision surgery. So they basically, the first 2 surgeries were cut vertically. So the first one was like right here. The second one was done right here. Or vice versa. I think this first one was done like right here, and the second one was done like right here. And this is the line for the 3rd surgery. So
how far back is it?
It's back a ways. And so they do the 3rd surgery. They say he's healthy. And guys, the thing I want to point out during this time, when we agreed to do the 2nd surgery, we pulled the surgeon aside and we said, listen, what is Bowser's quality of life? Are we doing these surgeries for him? Or are we doing this for us? Is he healthy? Is his recovery where he's going to be a happy, normal, functioning dog? Are these infections going to hinder his brain? Like, is he not going to function normal? Is he not going to be healthy? Is he going to be in pain the rest of his life? What does Bowser's quality of life look like? And the surgeon looked at us like, you guys are amazing people for asking these questions. She's like, not very often. Like the doctor, she praised us for asking these questions because she's like, not many people do this. Most people will spend as much as they can to, if you have that video of just that, just screenshot it and send it to me and I can download it that way. So just find that video of the boys or of it. And so at that point, the doctor's like, nope, he will live a happy, healthy, normal life. He's only 5 months old. And boxers live to be 12 years old. So he's at the very beginning of his life. It's not even like he's towards the end. He's just a baby. He's my baby. And I'll do anything for him. Anyways, sorry, squirrel. I get sidetracked. And so at that point, she's like, we're going to do this section surgery. She's like, a 2nd surgery is incredibly rare. She's like, it's not that it's unheard of. She's like, but a 2nd surgery is very rare. And so they said like 98% of the time they get it like the first one. And so the fact that we had to do a second surgery is just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, so the guys, everybody in here calling Bowser the whole problem. Like, that is Bowser's nickname, is the whole problem. He's always been a problem since the very beginning. Cat and Craft with that Tom's Hug. Thank you so much for that. Okay, guys, bear with me for a second. I'm going to see if I can download this. And then I will show you guys the picture I was just talking about. So give me just a second. Animal Whisper. I started following you guys' journey from St. Louis, Mississippi. Thanks, Animal. All right, guys, give me just a second. Let me see if I can post this picture for everybody to see. Maddie with those hanging lights. Thank you so much, Maddie. What?
We just got 4,000 hours of watch time on YouTube.
Huh? Let me see.
It just got an alert.
Hold on a second. Guys, I'm sorry. Bear with me for something. Our YouTube just went nuts, which is huge. Sorry, guys. Squirrel. Like, because we've been trying to get monetized on that platform for a long time, too. So this is kind of a big deal. Sorry, guys. I cannot find the right button. Give me just a second. Screenshot that. Whatever just happened. Okay, guys.
Showing data.
Screenshot that. Whatever just happened. Okay, guys.
Showing data eligibility as of October 30th.
That is not it.
Where did that go? There was a whole thing.
Guys, bear with me just for a second. I am sorry. I cannot.
We're squirreling over here.
We are squirreling really bad. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Here we go, guys. So here's the picture I was talking about, guys. So this is Bowser. I'm going to kind of go off. So this is the picture of Bowser when we first went, the very first time we went to the vet. So this is what he looked like. This is, you guys can see all the tubes. He's got multiple drain tubes. He's got a feeding tube in. I mean, he's got a compression shirt. I mean, he just looks like a mess. We were terrified. The kids were terrified. It was just an awful moment. But the fact that he was at MSU and in such good hands, that we felt better that he was in good hands. So, guys, I'm going to give her that he was at MSU and in such good hands, that we felt better that he was in good hands. So, guys, I'm going to give everybody probably about another 15 seconds just to kind of see. Yep, Jackson Pratt Jane tube. He actually had 2 of them in. So we're just going to kind of give you guys a few more seconds to see this kind of pitch. Yep, Jackson Pratt Jane tube. He actually had 2 of them in. So we're just going to kind of give you guys a few more seconds to see this kind of picture. And then I'm just going to go back to kind of showing Bowser and then kind of remain telling the story. I feel like I need to play some like do. One of the videos went viral.
I'm trying to figure out which one that is.
All right, guys. So now let's see if I can remember how to remove this effect because, you know, I like to chase squirrels.
What's... Oh, 179.
Okay, guys. So can I see that just for 2 seconds? I want to look at just one thing real quick.
I screenshotted it.
Okay. But I want to look at just something else. I don't know if that's right. We'll have to figure it out. Okay.
It hasn't updated since the 30th.
It doesn't normally. So, okay. Sorry, guys. Let me finish my story. So, at this point, I can't remember where I left off. Did I leave off at the first? No, I left off at the second surgery. So, at that point, he had his second surgery, which was Friday night. Saturday, we went and picked him up, brought him home Saturday while one of the kids are up. So is this hernia or some sort of cancerous tumor? Fluff, I will get to that in just a second. I will tell you everything. Sorry, I've been super distracted by lots of things, guys. I'm extremely ADHD, which gets the best of me. Guys, we are 5 friends away from 100 followers. I need 5 of you guys to hit that follow button, and we truly appreciate it. So, yeah, so last Friday, 2 Fridays ago, we brought him home. Or he had surgery Friday. Saturday, we brought him home. And everything was going good. We had to empty the drain tube. he was doing well. And then as the end of towards like 7, 8 o'clock, we're about ready to go live. He's hot to the touch. He's lethargic. He won't jump off the couch. He's again acting really, really weird. And we can't figure out why. And so he kind of gets like another like pocket of fluid, but now this time it's on the left side. And so immediately we start panicking. And Danny's like, should we go live? I don't know. She's like, this could be us just being dramatic. Like it could just be another seroma, however you say that word, sarnoma.
Like swelling.
And so I'm like,
we talked a lot about edema.
We don't want to be dramatic. So at this point, we go live, and throughout this process, Danny's been right 100% of the time. Like she hasn't made a single wrong call this entire time. And so we decide,
no pressure,
that she's going to call the vet. Hello, vet tech here. I would recommend you go get it checked out. Better to be safe than sorry. So Miss Finch, there's a whole story. And if you watch the newest video that we posted today, he's seen his surgeon today. So before everybody kind of freaks out, like we've seen his surgery today and he's doing very well. Very, very well. So with this, we decide to go live, and we're live, and Danny calls the vet, and the vet says, any temperature over 102, you guys need to rush him back. And so Danny runs to Dollar General because, there's just a Dollar General everywhere anymore. Goes to Dollar General, gets a thermometer, and has to do like a rectal temperature. And so the moment she puts that thing in, it jumps up to 102. Like it didn't start out normally. It just 102. And you hear me just shout, fuck. And then you hear Danny say, Brandon, end the live, we're leaving. So we just hurry up, throw the kids in the car, take them to Danny's mom and dad's, and rush down to MSU. At this point, like we walk into MSU, it's an hour drive from us. And one of the doctors is sitting there, one of the residents sitting there. And before we check in, they're like, is that Bowser? We're like, yeah, but it's Bowser. She's like, give him to me. I will take him back. I will start testing right away. So then like they literally started testing before we even checked in.
We didn't even get through triage.
We didn't even triage. They just took him back because he's so famous there, because he's been there so many times now, that they just took him back immediately and started doing tests. Was there about 3-4 hours. We were there until about 1 o'clock at night. Got there about 8 o'clock at night. And dog's normal, anything over... Yeah, Fluff. So they told us because of his situation, anything over 102, they wanted us to bring him back. So he hit 105 and the temperature was still going up when it was removed, because we already knew we needed to head in, because he'd already had 2 surgeries to remove. He already had 2 major surgeries to remove infections. So then the doctor that night told us, like, listen, none of like the primary doctors are here. It's late at night. It's a whole thing. So if you guys can, we'll run CTs and we'll do all that stuff tomorrow, but just please bear with us. And so we go home, we both go to work. We get a call from Dr. Adams, which is our soft tissue surgery. And during this time, she tells us, like, listen, guys, at this point, we are doing everything we can. We need to figure this out. So they requested labs, or they requested all the information from our previous vet. So our previous vet sent all the information over, and they started digging through his charts. So the head of the soft tissue surgery department, the head of the ICU department, and the head of radiology department, all the 3 bigwigs in the school sat together and said, we need to dig through all this charts. So they sent his radiology to the radiologist. This is where we found out he didn't have HODS. So the HODS was a false diagnosis. So because the HODS was a false diagnosis by the original vet, he went septic for 8 to 12 days. He was septic because that vet didn't run labs. And they said if they would have ran simple labs, that they would have found out that he was septic, or they would have found out he had an infection just simply with that elevated white blood cell count. So because they didn't do that, like, we've now considered a lawsuit against this previous vet just to cover his vet bills. Because it makes me think that if they would have ran labs, maybe we could have avoided all these surgeries if the original vet would have just done their job and run labs. And part of me wonders, like, did the original vet think that we didn't have money to like pay for labs? But if that was their thought process, you need to ask us, do you have money to cover labs? Because like our original emergency vet appointment was right around like $400 or $500.
Yeah, like it was like $350.
It was like $350. So for them to run labs for another couple $100 would have been nothing, and we would have preferred it so we knew what was going on. But they immediately went to this. And then the thing with MSU is nobody oversteps their bounds. Like no doctor, like the radiologist isn't going to talk about soft tissue. The soft tissue doctor is not going to talk about x-rays because everybody stays in their lane. And so I wish the doctor, the primary vet we took him to, would have stayed in her lane and sent those out to be looked at by a radiologist. Okay. And so that was a misdiagnosis, which we look back on now, and it really pisses us off because, like, could my puppy eventually, could have he like died because they didn't do their job adequately? And maybe I'm being over dramatic, but like it's one of those things like simple blood work. And I've talked to several vet techs through here, several doctors, vets that's popped into this live, and everyone said it's very normal for them to run basic labs. Oh my God. When a situation like this, when the symptoms we described, it's very normal to run basic labs and then x-rays, but they didn't do any of that.
They run basic labs on Bella when we took her in for her stress-induced colitis.
Yes. I would have been furious. Hope you guys get a lawyer and go after them. We are considering it. Says, damn, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm so sorry you guys are going through this. Absolutely. Different vet. So labs would always be suggested and someone can't afford them. Then that's different. Yes, but Floof, they didn't even offer us. Wow. Facts. The vet gave the wrong diagnosis before. It's infuriating. Yes, you're in the right. Thank you guys for all that. So if, like, this is me being like rawr. And so at this point, like they all sit together and they come up with like, listen, we're going to do this third surgery and we're going to go in hard and we're going to go in fast. And she's like, I'm going to cut him open as wide as I can because we really need to get this infection. So the neat thing is basically, you guys, as you can see, they cut him here to here and they tore it back as far as possible on both ends. Guys, he wasn't breathing, or I thought he wasn't breathing. And like as a parent, like the way you check your kids if they're breathing is you put your hands by their nose.
He's so mad at you.
Guys, like my chest.
He wasn't breathing. I've been watching him breathe.
Guys, my chest is fucking pounding right now. Like I thought he wasn't breathing because I'm so worried. They put him on new sedation medications. And that's one of the worry of sedation medications is you stop breathing. Oh my goodness, guys. I just had a small heart attack. I apologize for the squirrel, but that just scared the bejesus out of me. I'm having chest palpitations over here. Whew. Sorry, guys. Let me get caught back up. So then the doctor says she's
biggest squirrel yet.
She's good. I'm having chest pains. That freaked me out. Like he's so chill and he's never this chill. And I thought he'd start breathing. So then at this point, they're going to do a third surgery. And so they go in and they do the third surgery on Sunday or Monday. When was the third surgery, Danny?
Monday.
The third surgery was Monday. They went in and did the surgery. They called us Tuesday and they said, hey, you can maybe bring him home. And Danny's immediately like, nope, we're not doing that. And so it was funny because like the student doctor had called us and I've said this several times. So basically MSU has like a ranking, like the teal doctors are student doctors that are seniors. The maroon doctors are senior doctors, student doctors. The teal doctors are residents. And then the doctors in the black scrubs are like the attendings. And so the student doctor called us and said, hey, you guys might be able to come and get him today. And Danny's like,
called Brandon and said, I don't want to.
Danny's like, no. And so Dr. Adams, the surgeon, called back later that day because she got rushed into another emergency surgery. And she's like, hey, so if you guys are okay with it, we want to keep Bowser another day just because everything's been so complicated throughout this process. We really want to keep him and just kind of observe him and continue like, and I didn't know this, but they had him on methadone for like the sedation and to keep him calm, which was crazy because methadone is primarily used like in adults as like to help get off opioids and other kind of drugs and stuff like that. And so they were sedating him with methadone there. And so during this process, we're like, absolutely keep him another day. It's like, keep him another 2-3 days if you want. She's like, nope, let's just keep him one day. We'll reassess tomorrow. They call us back tomorrow and they said, you can get him. Was it 1 or 2 days they kept him?
One.
They kept him one more day. And then we were able to go pick him up Wednesday. We picked him up Wednesday. We brought him home. He is doing the best he can. He's happy. He's healthy. He's eating. He wants to play with his sister hardcore. And that's a big problem right now is he wants to play. And so because he wants to play, this lump here that you guys seen earlier, that's kind of covered up with his leg now, That's a seroma. Guys, I can't say that word. I'm sorry. I think it's a seroma. Basically, it's just fluid that's there because he's not allowing the wounds to heal. And I forgot to say this. So when they did this surgery, it was neat compared to the other side where they just found like fluid infection. This side, they actually found tissue that they had to cut out that they believe anytime a foreign body invades a dog, tissue walls it off, and like they build tissue around the foreign object to trap it in so it can't move. And so it had walled off whatever the foreign object is. So they didn't find it, but they found the tissue there. So they believe that this was the original case of the infection, and it had smoldered for like weeks and weeks and had transferred over to the other side. So we're hopeful that this is the final infection. So when they sent us home Wednesday, they sent us on gabapentin, trazodone, Tylenol 3, like dog version of Tylenol 3, anaerobic antibiotics, aerobic antibiotics, and an anti-inflammatory. And so he's been home since then. He's amazing. He's getting better day by day. His incisions are getting day by day. They removed the incisions on his other side. He went back to the doctors today. They removed the JPEG drain, put staples in there, and they actually gave him a new sedation. This is why he's so chill right now. They gave him like a sedation medication specifically to make him calm down because the doctor's worried about his activity level and they're worried about him hurting himself. And guys, I have to show you this. So he actually tried to jump off the couch, like tried to jump over the couch a couple days ago, and Danny grabbed him by here in the ear to stop him from jumping over because he most likely would have split a stitch if he would have jumped over that couch. All right, guys, we are up to 105 followers this live. I need 5 more people to hit that follow button to get us to 110. Would truly appreciate and love all that support. And if you guys haven't done so already, head over and watch the new video that Danny posted a little bit ago. I'm curious, how many views, can someone put in the comment section how many views that new video has? As we're trying to hopefully post as many videos, get as many videos to go viral. Anything that has over 100 views or 1,000 views on the For You page, we start to make a little bit of money because again, we still do have to pay for all the aftercare. So far, the 3 surgeries cost us a total of $25K. The first one was 12. The second one was 5. The third one was 8. And then now it's a couple $100 for every aftercare appointment. So any videos that you guys watch, repost, it really helps support us. It doesn't cost you guys anything. And we just truly appreciate that support. I'm now going to get caught up with the comments, guys. So please be with Bowser and Bella praying. Thank you so much, Dark Angel. We appreciate that. Crochet, yes, he's good. Yes, poor baby. Hope he gets better. Do you guys have a copy of the medical records? Did they document anything being offered or declined? So, Kelsey, they did not. My doctor does have all of them, and we have documentation stating from the new doctor at MSU that the Hod's diagnosis was a misdiagnosis. We do have that documented. And they actually called Danny, the vet did, about a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Was it after the
It was after the first surgery, and they asked, like, so when you guys bringing him back in? And Danny's like, nope, we're done with you guys. She's like, what do you mean? She's like, we're transferring all of our vet stuff to MSU. She's like, oh, so when will Bella be back? She's like, no, like, I'm transferring all of my dogs, both my dog stuff to MSU, and we will no longer see you guys. Like, we are done.
I think they knew.
Be right back. Jamie, have fun feeding yours. Kelly, I'm sorry, I freaked out. Like, I'm telling you. Sedation lowers respiration, increased risk of... Yes! See, that's why I freaked out. Like,
He's not on narcotics. He's just on...
He's on, like, that sedation, and it really did freak me out. Poor baby. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Thank you, Phoenix. We appreciate that. Or recommend a specialty or emergency with worsening symptoms. Yeah, Kelsey, exactly. But it just... I don't know. I think it was, like, the lack of care for me is really what frustrated me. Hi, what's wrong with them? Soaplet, Dem the Fur Kid, moms. Hopefully you kind of heard that story. I kind of gave the whole thing. Elise, we don't believe that he has cancer. They did send that off to pathology. We are waiting to hear back.
There's been no talk of cancer.
Correct. There's been no talk of cancer from anybody. Kat, he is a 5.5-month-old baby boxer. Mm-hmm. Everybody's answering. Thank you so much for that. Yes, so he's just a baby. Listening, he's telling us the recap. Absolutely. Trying to get caught up. Methadone is for pain control. Yes.
It also helps
Caitlin,
keep him calm.
It did help. Yes. It did help keep him calm and for pain control. You are correct, Caitlin. I did misspeak with that too. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you guys so much for those follows. We truly appreciate that. Foreign object as something was left behind in the first surgery. No, so they believe that basically it could have been a stick, it could have been a seed, it could have been a piece of leaf. It could have been him getting rolled in the backyard by our 2-year-old boxer. It could have been him just playing and rolling around himself. A small puncture wound, basically something maybe even naked to the eye, happened, and then it just kind of invaded the system, sat there and started cooking. They said it could have been even something he ate, and then it kind of just went wrong and just caused an infection. They said that 99 or 98% of the time they never find the foreign object and what is causing it. Dem for babies, yes, gabapentin will make him sleepy, but he was on gabapentin, trazodone, and Tylenol 3s, and his activity level was through the roof. That's why they had to give him a sedation medication. So many new follows. Phoenix Cat with that follow, Ann with that follow, Angie with that follow, Shannon, Janet, Cindy, Jerry. Thank you guys so much. We truly appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
You should have an Instagram. Kat, we do have an Instagram account. That link is in our bio. We have an Instagram account and we have a YouTube account. So if you haven't done so already, click those links in the bios. Go hit follow and subscribe for both of those. We would truly appreciate that.
Still trying to figure out what happened.
I would follow in a heartbeat, but I already followed. Thank you, Kelly. We truly appreciate it. Lindsay just followed. Thank you. So, yes, so he did get the drain tube out today. If you go watch that most recent video that Danny posted, the JPEG drain tube was right here. There's 2 stitches or 2 staples right there. They did get that removed today. Okay, I will definitely do that. Watch the video. And anybody that wants to share his story, there is a 17-minute long video that kind of shares his entire story. If you're kind of telling your friends about it or any colleagues about it and you want them to understand like the whole story, just share that. You can just show them like that 17-minute video. Just send that to them, send them in a text message, and then they'll kind of understand the story. And guys, the amount of people that have shared and done things, we truly appreciate it. Okay, it wasn't linked in your bio, so I wasn't sure. Okay, that's weird. I thought it was linked. So, but it is Bella and Bowser the Boxers for all social medias, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. We do have all 4 social medias. So you are dealing with an infection. So Phoenix, it was an infection. He's had 3 major surgeries. We believe the 3rd surgery removed the infection that was caused by a foreign object. We don't know what the foreign object was. Yes, he is stretching. This is probably the most comfortable he's been. Whatever sedation they gave him is no joke, guys. Like, no joke. Kylie, you didn't miss nothing. I was just kind of giving everybody a rundown of Bowser's story and what it's been like for us for like the last 4 to 5 weeks. Jennifer, he is 5 months old. He is just a baby. Dottie, with that follow, thank you so much. Now, hopefully, Dottie, I said your name right. I absolutely love that name. It makes me think of A League of Your Own, which was one of my favorite movies growing up. JP says he is gorgeous. Yes, absolutely, JP. We truly appreciate that. Awesome for leaving your vet. Don't forget to Yelp that experience too. And apparently the wife read a story on like our yard sale site that somebody else had like a similar experience.
Yeah, it was like the puppy ate a sock or a piece of a sock or something, and they ended up taking him or her to said same vet, 3 times because they knew something was wrong.
And then they ended up taking him to MSU.
Correct.
Yep, I remember.
At the same time we were.
Yes, exactly. Boxers are the sweetest big babies, so loyal and protective and funny. Yes, boxers have this look on their face constantly like they owe you money and they're worried that you're going to ask for it back. Like, Bella, you got that money you owe me? Bella, you got that pizza money? Bella, where's the money? Bella, where's my money? You got my money? Look at her with that side eye, like Dad, I don't owe you shit. Guys, these dogs are my life. I absolutely love these 2 puppies. Like, it's seriously just, it was funny. Like, the wife gets mad at me all the time. I was downstairs lifting weights because I come home and lift weights when I get home from work. And I came upstairs. She's like, oh, what are you doing? She's like, you done working out? She's like, that was quick. I was like, no, I missed the dog, so I came to say hi. She's like, oh, not me, but the dogs. And
I just got him settled down too for the night.
But I was downstairs and I missed the puppy, so I had to come up here and give him some pets and some loves because I missed my babies. Guys, he's dreaming here. Look at this. Isn't that just like the most adorable thing ever? I would love to get a boxer. They are so expensive. So, Kat, we actually kind of got lucky. Our breeder around here, so neither one of our dogs have papers. And so I think Paid like $500 for Bella and like
600, 650.
$600 for one and $650. So they don't have papers. So we believe that they're purebred. The owner says she's purebred. We have no reason not to believe them.
They're purebred.
And we believe they're half European, half American. And they are just gorgeous puppies. And I don't care, but I didn't have to pay like $2,500 for them. And so it was truly, truly just amazing. Okay, all those will sedate him. Feel better, baby. Yes, absolutely. You guys are going to set up a link tree. Please consider it. What is a link tree? I've never heard of that. So, Rosie, if you're still in here, let me know what that is.
It's one website, and you can list all of the social
Oh,
media.
yes. I've been trying to figure out how to do that. So if anybody has any information on Linktree, if you could personally message it to us, I would love to be educated on that, as I don't know how to do it, but I've wanted to do it. I've seen several people do it before.
Have a link tree, and then it's got like merchandise. It has everything.
Okay, good night, all. You guys have to be up early. Thank you, Susie. Susie, you've been truly amazing. You're so nice to see Bowser without those tubes. Kay just subscribed to YouTube. Thank you so much, Kay. We appreciate that. Katrina says, I'm still praying for him. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Also, a vet, grass immigrants is insane in such small seats head. They can migrate to all over the body. Yes, Caitlin, that's kind of what the vet said. It could have been like a stick, grass. It could have been one of a million different things. So yeah, but grass seed was one of the ones she really talked about. My daughter has 2 brothers. Okay. Do you like sports? Yes, I'm a huge football fan, baseball. The Pistons are terrible, so not as much basketball. But yes, guys, we need 1 follower to get us to 125. And then let's drop our states. Let's do one more state call. So we are looking for 50 friends in 50 states for this beautiful puppy.
1, 2, 3.
So drop your states into that comment section. If you're from Michigan, say Michigan. If you're from Florida, say Florida. If you're from Ohio, I'm sorry. Nobody wants to live in Ohio.
I need 12.
Tyler, how is he doing? He is doing so much better today. The meds are actually working and he's resting peacefully. Rosemary with that rose, thank you so much. Candace with that follow. Green Eye with that follow. Jamie, are the Chiefs playing right now? How's Mahomes doing? I have him in my fantasy league and I think I need like 1 or 2 points tonight. Erica's from Illinois. What's it? Is from Tennessee. Kathy is from Virginia. Rosie's from Alaska. Excuse me, guys. Phoenix is from Arizona. Kat is from Long Island, New York. We've got Minnesota, Idaho. Yes, he is dreaming. KO Heather's in the constant state of confusion. KO Heather, me too. I feel that. That's a whole vibe by itself. Ohio's not that bad. No, I just joke. Like, as I'm a huge Michigan fan, you know how we feel about people from down south. So it's just a joke.
I mean, Washington, Nevada, Wyoming, New Mexico, Oklahoma.
I appreciate you making that comment saying Ohio's not that bad. That made me laugh. I appreciate that. Thank you. I needed that laugh. I'm from Minnesota. Crafty's from Texas. I feel so bad for him. I've been praying for Bowser every single night when I go to bed. Thank you, Tyler. We truly appreciate that. That's awesome. Yes, the Michigan versus Ohio State rivalry. Yes, absolutely. And I'm a huge football fan. So yes, that makes sense. Cat says go blue. Absolutely. But they've been terrible this year. It hurts my heart, especially after winning a natty. Carrie, thank you so much for that paper crane. Carrie, thank you so much. Here's a half a heart because my other hand's holding the phone. Thank you so much, Carrie. We do appreciate it. There you go. There's the full heart. Thank you, Carrie. We truly appreciate that.
I mean, I am a full MSU supporter. I mean, we've done it enough. Honey, MSU saved our baby.
Oh, yes, that's true. You're right. Go green. Guys, made me a little nauseous to say that. But yes, yes. It was weird because one of the weeks we were down there, like, it was the Michigan State game. And it was kind of weird. Like, I'm like, yes, go everybody is kind of how I felt. I watched the video. Poor baby. He went through so much. Crafty, thank you so much, Crafty. And if you haven't seen, there's a 17-minute long video that shares his entire story that is just crazy, from like 3 surgeries to like a wrongful diagnosis to maybe a lawsuit to going septic. Like, he is just so strong, and He is just unbelievable. Like, and as happy and cheerful as he is every single day, it literally just makes my life. I just shared a story on Facebook. Phoenix, we truly appreciate that, guys. And I guess I should encourage people to do that more. But yeah, share it on your other media platforms. Really get his story out there. My big thing is if we can allow TT platform to help pay for some of his stuff. We did create a GoFundMe. I hate ask. It makes me uncomfortable to ask people to donate and stuff like that. I would much more encourage people to kind of just follow his socials and allow the socials to pay for it, which really is what we're trying to do. Is his tube out?
Yes, Yelly.
Yelly, yes. Look at this, Yelly. Look at this. It's amazing. You see those two little staples right there? Those two staples are the most beautiful staples I've ever seen in my life. That tube means that there's no infection in there. That means that the doctor was okay with it coming out. It means that he's on the mends. This is the best he's done since this entire process started months ago, or like a month ago. So we are now, when did he have surgery?
The first surgery was actually...
No, his last surgery was when?
What, a week ago today?
So his last surgery was a week ago today. So we are like 7/8 days.
And I want to say we took him to our emergent, the first appointment. It was like October 2nd or something. Because his first surgery was October 10th, and that would have been like 8 days.
So guys,
October 2nd or something. Because his first surgery was October 10th, and that would have been like 8 days.
So guys, we are 7 full days of not going to the hospital, not needing surgery, not needing any. I mean, obviously he's still on his bed at home. So this is the longest stretch of like not having a panic. So I am ecstatic. Like, this puppy is he is my buddy. And it's funny because everybody in the beginning always knew Bella was my favorite. Like, Bella was a daddy's girl. Bella's my favorite. But with everything that he's gone through, like, I have a serious soft spot for this puppy. Yes, Crafty, he is dreamy. I'm a Spartan for life. When I worked for uni here in AK, I wouldn't wear their colors. Yeah, I get that. Yes, Kelly, it definitely was a lot of money. Yes, of course, I will keep sharing. Thank you, Phoenix. We truly appreciate it. Angie says, look at him. Doesn't he look beautiful? Erica, it's raining there. Erica, it rained all day here. Did you say October 10th?
Right around like that time, October 10th or 11th.
The 10th or 11th was like his very first event. Guys, we are 2 followers away from getting to 130, and we would appreciate if we can get to that 130 number. And then we're going to end the live here pretty soon because, guys, I started my diet again. I'm down 18 pounds, and I got to go do cardio. And I started lifting again. I really wanted to lose like 45, maybe 50 pounds. So down 18. I took a break for 2 weeks while dealing with all the Bowser stuff. And so I really want to get back to being healthy.
Angie, the drain is out. Yes.
Yes, Angie, the drain is out. You can see here where the drain is out and how he is doing so much better today. Hello, this beautiful family. Thanks, Kelly. We truly appreciate it. I was wondering if you can star my dog GoFundMe page. Hank, I don't even know what that means, but if you send us a message, I would absolutely have a conversation. And then let's see if Yeah, Hank, send me a message. Send us a private message, and then when I'm downstairs doing cardio, I can use talk text, and we can kind of go back and forth. Oh, I see what you mean. Hank, I don't know enough about your story to feel comfortable to do that, but like I said, send me a private message and we can go from there, okay? Kaylee, he is doing so much better today, so much better. Kim Miller, thank you so much for that follow. Hank with that follow, thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. I got to put some shoes on. I got to run downstairs and start this cardio life. What is the app for subs? Luna, send me a message. It's called Line app. It's green on the outside, white in the middle. Once you download it, if you send me your user ID, now remember, it's not the name, but the user ID. Mm-hmm. And send me that, and I will get you added. I'm telling you guys, anybody that hits that subscribe button, that Line group is fire. We do have a lot of fun in there, and it's truly, everybody in there is positive. We've never had a single negative comment. It's just a bunch of people uplifting each other. And for less like $3 a month, like to have a group of people, like it's literally just a focus group of positive supportive people. It's truly great to be there. And it's something that we can do just to kind of give back to the community that helps support us. So again, we do truly appreciate all that. I'm going to do one last